Alright, we don't need to put on airs or anything, so let's just start the show. Arguments?
Nope.
To the contrary, none whatsoever. Alright.
No arguments.
I make a motion to...
Motion approved.
Alright. It's November 30th, 2014, and you're watching MODSonair.
2 FPS, 3 RPGs, and 5 sim-type games.
Yeah.
I think you'd be able to come up with one here.
I'm actually pulling this one hard. Ask all the people that need hacks to play Call of Duty.
I can hear you groaning
Oh, yeah.
inwardly every time Sin's mentioned. You're just cringing.
Welcome everyone, welcome to episode, 452 of MODSonair, bringing you the weekend gaming news as modders, developers, and gamers ourselves. I am Foilman, and also on the show today we have with us Welshie. Hello, Welshie.
Hello.
And we also have with us Ham. Hello, Ham.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, so before we begin, let me remind you all that the show is recorded live. You can join us over on our Twitch channel, Twitch MODSonair. And if you want, you can check out all the past episodes over at MODSonair.com. And although we try and stick to the news, we often do get sidetracked, and some of those sidetracking events lead to adult themes and topics that may be offensive to, well, especially to young children. So if you don't want them to be repeating what we're saying, you better get them out of the room.
Yeah, and just fair warning, we may have adult themes, but not topics. Whatever that means. I don't know.
No, I don't let my mind go wherever that can be. Okay, so... Oh yeah, so we have topics to talk about. I gotta find out what we're actually going to be discussing today. Looks like first thing up is some stuff going on with Grand Theft Auto 5. They have discovered, players have discovered, that there are cheats available. So if you whip out that smartphone in the game, then you can just type in some interesting code, phone number actually, and it'll ring up some cheats for you.
I'm pretty happy with this. I'm happy that there are actual developer-created cheats.
Well, Rockstar's always done this. It's been in all the GTAs.
Has there?
Not necessarily with like a cell phone, but there's always been cheat codes in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
Yeah, it is good, and it's like it's always pretty like funny stuff as well. Like this one seems to be walking around like you're drunk or something.
Is that what this is? Because I didn't notice this being a cheat code, but I did notice another one. Is this a cheat code where you're walking around drunk?
Oh, maybe he's already doing that. I don't know.
I think that just might be part of it, part of the character.
Yeah.
But here he takes out the cell phone, put a shirt on, man, and dials 1999 Skyfall. And next thing you know, he's fallen from the sky.
Yeah, that works.
Apparently, if you can land in a pool of water somewhere, and you will survive that fall.
It's nice to have cheat codes because, I mean, the last time I really recall there being cheats sort of in every game, or almost every game, was, I want to say, like pre-Halo, the first Halo. That was like one of the first games I ever ran across that had absolutely no cheats whatsoever. And so then for me, that kind of brought in the era of games where developers, we just don't have time for cheats. So
We don't have time for cheats. Actually,
Yeah.
I have to disagree. You know why?
Yeah.
As a developer, I find I often need cheats just to get to that point of
Yeah.
the game. I need to be in that state of the game in order to test it and find out.
as do I. I just kind of develop cheats myself, but in the final release, I got a flag that I set to no, or just remove the code altogether, so that I'm not.
Usually that's what happens. It gets removed or something like that.
Yeah. So it's, I mean, as a developer, yeah, certainly, definitely those cheats, but apparently they don't think we do. They're fun. They're fun little ways to twist the game.
There is a reason for cheats sometimes. This one, I don't know. Maybe they needed a reason for him to jump out of a plane at some point.
Well, it's just the like you can test the full, like it's all testing stuff. I imagine they just leave in and then throw in a couple of it's Rockstar. They do this on every single one.
Right.
Like
that's the point. It's Rockstar. They do that and then they make it accessible, just like they put an alien spaceship underwater or something. You know, it doesn't need to be there. Nothing needs to be under there. As a matter of fact, they have they did this documentary. Some fan did a documentary of what it is of underwater life in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, God.
Vast oceans,
He could have done a little bit better with the writing, but he does okay.
marine deserts. No one has truly understood what lies beneath the surface of the waters that surround Los Santos and Blaine County. Until now.
And it's not a short documentary either.
This short film will reveal the animals
13
and
minutes.
plant life that live in these waters. From the southern oceans
So let's watch it.
All 13 minutes.
I watched about the first 5 minutes. I was impressed that it just kind of kept up that long with sort of a.
I kind of wish he didn't
Professional, like,
switch from this little mini sub though to being actually swimming. There are
Yeah.
scenes in there where he's actually swimming under the water.
You know, though, it's cool that Rockstar actually put
The dolphins would
fish and things in the sea.
with them a huge shoal of
It is.
'Cause they didn't have to do that. Like, I don't know that there's any.
in return.
I haven't played it but I don't know if there's any underwater missions or anything like that.
This combination of animals may seem
Look at that
bizarre,
large level sea
but
sharks
this is a partnership
getting together.
that has been forged over millions of years of evolution.
It's pretty crazy that there's just enough content that somebody can sort of make a fake documentary.
And something
And somebody sat here, filmed it all, cut it up, voiced it. He got some diehard fans.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did all this on the Xbox. They have to, don't they? How do you?
It's not for PC yet, so
No.
Yeah, it'd only be Xbox or PlayStation.
they'd have to have that. Or I mean, there are tools available where you can sort of record your stream.
Well, but the PlayStation allows you to just hit a button now on the controller,
Oh yeah, you're right.
and it just records.
So yeah, there's a strong possibility of this.
Yeah,
may-
you just hit. It's like literally one button. It's like I think it's a share button. You just hit it.
Yeah.
I don't know how long it records for though.
It's got to be time limit, right?
I didn't think so.
Yeah, because
Hey, Strider.
hard.
Hola.
Hola.
See, now
Quick, stop talking about him.
now they're showing his arms. So he's under the sea swimming. That's the only time I was like, oh, this is unfortunate.
Yeah. And otherwise, surprisingly well done production for a virtual documentary.
Good name, 8-bit bastard. Moving on to Far Cry 4, which was just out there and released. Right? It was released. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. They have a map editor. And they want you to know there's a map editor out there if you want to start making your own custom levels for Far Cry 4. I'm not sure.
Except if it's on the console, you just get to drag and drop stuff. Have fun.
I think
I
you
don't
might
think-
get that on PC too.
Yeah, I don't think that the map editor is for the consoles.
Oh,
like
is it not?
the
Oh, maybe
PC
not.
version. But I do believe it's just drag and drop sandbox.
Yeah.
It's not
What
the
would you-
Crytek engine.
What would
Well,
you call that?
it is, but they've.
I know.
I remember using the editor on like having to go at the editor on like Far Cry 3 and 2, I think. Maybe even 1, I can't remember. And it is just it's just drag and drop. It's like the CryEngine, but it's like a
Yeah.
much more boxed in version of it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you give it a playset basically, and kind of
Yeah.
run around in that playset, but you don't get access to, I think, any outside content.
You did on the PC version of like 2 and 3, or at least 2. I don't 100%. I assume 3. I don't know.
Awesome.
So you could build like total conversions and whatever you wanted.
I can surround 100 NPCs
Chickens.
with 100 elephants and rhinos and just let them have at each other.
Yep. That's what you're going to see is a whole bunch of maps where you're walking through and all of a sudden 6,000 elephants burst through the mountainside at you.
Like that
secret
out
room.
of Ace Ventura 2, was it? Where he's in the
Thing out of the rhino, I thought, right?
No, I thought where he's in like the consulate and all the animals burst through the wall.
Oh,
And he's riding like a yak or something.
sure, blow up chickens, why not?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, you know what? It's better than nothing.
it is better than nothing.
Is it really?
Yeah, yeah, it is. Because
say
at
so.
least somebody can have some fun at creating something cool, even if it is like a playset.
Yeah.
My problem is that Far Cry's $60, $70.
Yeah,
and
I
then
know.
I want another $60, $70 for all the future DLC.
This is why you gotta wait.
I refuse.
This time
to
next
pay.
year, $750.
Wait till it goes on sale. Maybe it'll go on sale on Steam sales. Where did that topic come from, Welshie?
No, it's
it
too
me?
new for a Steam sale.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly we're going to have Steam sales coming up really soon. Isn't that
Well,
something that you
they're
posted?
happening now,
Yeah.
but there's
Currently
just,
got.
there's just not anything really that good.
Well, this is the
because-
autumn sale.
That's because there hasn't been anything that good.
Well, I see like Alien Isolation, which I kind of want to play, but it's only 25% off, which makes it like $41 still, Canadian. And then there's like the Shadow of Mordor game, which I hear is very good, but again, it's only 25% off, so it only makes it like $40. I play NBA 2K15, but that's like $70 retail, and it's like $33 off, so it's still $40, but it's just like, it's still too, I'm not willing to pay that much, even with the discounts.
I can understand that. It's you see the discount, but then I don't know. I guess if you're not just paying attention to the discount number, you still look at the price and say that is still a little too much. It's got to come down a bit more.
Call of Duty Ghosts for $15.
Still won't buy it.
Far Cry 4 is, it's not on sale. It's just,
No,
hey,
because
look at me, I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. They sneakily put it in with the like top sellers, so you see all these things that are on sale, but then there's like every now and again there's a few dropped
That's-
in there.
Actually, on my screen, that's the only one that's not on sale in this whole
Yeah,
list.
but I'm sure they do it so that people go, "Oh, it's on sale," and don't look at the price and just buy it.
What? I thought this was on sale.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is another one that's showing up. It's much further down the list, but it's showing up on the list. Those are the only two on the first page.
Like there are some good deals there, but again, it's like I bought all these the first like Steam sale they ever had. So
Is that what I just saw? Oh, now they changed the order. Come on, get me back to page 1. Skyrim is still $25 almost.
You know what's funny as well is like the Call of Duty Ghosts was what, $15 or something like that. Black Ops 2 is still like $25. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah. These things have become just vessels to sell more DLC. If you look at Call of Duty Ghosts, it's $15 right now, but I think the season pass is $50. Or, I mean, it might be on sale too, but the base price is $50. And if you look at further details,
If you want like the package, so complete Ghosts complete bundle, which is I guess all the DLC and extra packs and skins and whatever, that'll set you back $119.
yeah,
And that's 40% off, so it's $198.99 normally.
one game.
And then if you want the definitive Call of Duty collection, so you get every Call of Duty and all the stuff, that'll cost you $437.99.
No.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, it is. And then what Ham was saying about like, so you buy the game for the gold edition, that'll cost you $16. All right, that's $16. But then if you want the season pass, that'll cost you $41.
Yeah, and it's just
That's
ridiculous.
ridiculous. Yeah.
This is what Call of Duty has become.
So realistically, there is no saving there because you're just spending the extra money on the season passes.
Well, they're selling Advanced Warfare, but what's going on with the zombies thing? That's not out yet, right?
No. It's sold separately.
Yeah, so you have to buy that separately.
Yeah.
So you're going to spend, but they probably require you to have Advanced Warfare, so it'll be $60 plus whatever they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a point where it's like
zombie DLC.
there's a point where it's like, oh, we just make it, it's extra money or some, everybody's allowed to make money, but then there's a point where this is getting to now where it's like, okay, now you're just raping people.
Yeah.
Now they're not releasing a complete game.
Well, yeah,
that used to be a complete game, and you used to get this. Now you're getting a partial game, and you're being basically charged for the rest of the game again in order to get it, and that's ridiculous.
One of 5 DLC packs is zombies.
God.
And by the way, it's zombies with exoskeleton suits.
Yeah.
That's what their trick is here.
Now, I have to say it, and I've said it before, and I'll continue to say it again. The zombies mode itself, I think, is fantastic. It's great, and I really wish it would be sold as a separate game. Pretty much all the games.
Like, I don't know. Wasn't there something about the last one or something?
And what'll happen is they'll find a way to wreck that.
Oh yeah,
Which
they put
they pretty much already have
suits on them.
Yeah.
I think they.
See, but then this bit here, because I watched this gameplay, this bit here that you're showing is it's a cutscene. It's not. You don't even get to play this.
Right.
Like, it's like the little ending cutscene. Like, whoa.
Yeah. It's a shame.
Well, the one thing that they had said about this latest iteration of Call of Duty is that it bridges the gap between watching a movie and playing a game.
Oh, really?
So in other words, welcome to fucking press X for cutscene. Press X for cutscene. Press X for cutscene.
Metal Gear Solid. The last Metal Gear Solid was like that. It was like 3 hours of cutscene. The last cutscene, is literally like an hour and a half. You just sit there and watch it.
And that's not an exaggeration. It's like really about
No,
that.
it's really not. It's a long cutscene.
So you just watch. So it could have been a movie.
Oh, easily. Yeah.
Wow.
If you cut all the cutscenes out of that game, it'd be like a 4-hour movie. Probably longer, in fact.
Hey, sell it at the theater. $20 a ticket.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's horrible.
I swear that's probably in production right now, the Call of Duty movie.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought they already made it. They just didn't sell it. That's all. It's all the cutscenes stitched together.
The cutscene DLC.
That movie scripts are good sometimes, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I think, if you're gonna go, I know now this is Metal Gear Solid, but if you're gonna make that long of a cutscene, you need to question whether, why are you making a game?
Oh, I know. To be fair, it was meant to be their last one, so they were kind of tying up a lot of. But it's just horrible. Like you get invested in the story, and it's like, oh, this is awesome. But there comes a point where you're just like, oh my god, why is this not over? Why am I still sitting here? Like it's like 4 a.m. I just want to go to bed.
Oh my goodness.
But there's just no need for that length of a cutscene.
Why is that Cloud face humping that blue thing, and then he comes back with rainbow all over his face? Why?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That was what we were watching. We were watching that on the TV when we were recording the PAX episode when we were sitting on that sofa. That was what was on the TV.
We weren't watching it. It was just distracting us.
Oh no!
It was like, what the fuck is going on?
Because there's outtakes of us just being like, "Oh no!" when the rainbow thing happened.
He's got rainbow on his face. I remember that now. All right.
If I knew what the show was called, I would tell you so you could find it.
It's Mods on Air.
No, not. Thanks. Thanks.
Okay. This one's for who's talking about this? Is it Morphus? Yeah, Morphus. Morphus likes Ubisoft, so I thought I'd bring this one into the mix here. If you bought Assassin's Creed, you
Sucker.
You know it's full of bugs. Well, they want to apologize. Ubisoft wants to apologize and say, you know what, we're going to give you some free add-ons in games.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Still buggy.
Sorry for a sucky game.
So your game shit, here's some more shit.
Here's some free buggy add-ons.
I just hear the collective like people that can't even run the game, like they can't even get the game to work. Oh, great, thanks.
More stuff I can't play because it's buggier than the buggy stuff that you already.
That's like a guy from AAA turning up and giving you like a new steering wheel. Like, oh great, that's helpful. I still can't, like, my car still doesn't work.
But you're so nice.
I've installed the seat warmers for you, right? But the engine is still on fire, so should probably deal with that, maybe.
I'm sorry, it's the best I can do.
Yeah.
That's coming in the next tow truck.
In the next patch, yeah. In the next tow truck. The next guy's got that, but it's going to cost you $8.99.
And it won't be here until January.
Plus, we're actually releasing the new model of our car, so if you don't have this car, you don't get that patch. You don't get this car. Only comes with this seat warmer. But pre-order now, and you can get it. God.
If you bought the season pass, in addition to the free DLC,
you get this stuff for free, but it's not really for free because you have to, pay the season pass in the first time.
It's Kickstarter. For Ubisoft.
You get your choice of a free game, including, I think, Far Cry 4 or The Crew. Maybe some other new stuff too.
Sorry, we tried.
It is. Oh well. Sorry. We're not gonna do anything. Oh well. Like, the Assassin's Creed games have always been buggy. Like, it's never not been buggy, but this one kind of is on a worst level. It's like it's legitimately like they tested nothing.
That should be their new slogan or logo. Sorry, we tried. Sincerely, Ubisoft. or when they're doing like the media blitz that comes on with Call of Duty, it's like 7 out of 10 stars from GamerStop and best game ever from some jackass that you don't even fucking care about. Sorry, we tried. Ubisoft.
I still haven't bought this game. I refuse to pay it's like $70, I think it is. Possibly even 80. I can't even.
Well, isn't it on Steam sale?
No, it's not.
On Steam sale already. It's
no,
broken.
It isn't.
Everything that's broken and not that great to play is on sale.
$69.99 to $70.
Well,
is that the base price?
Yes, it is.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
And then if you want the what's the season pass? Is that on you? No, it doesn't show you the season pass. That's kind of weird. But it'll run you $70.
I'm still like, I refuse to pay over 50, and now when games went to 60,
I will not pay over like $30 for this game. I refuse to.
Now they're just saying $70.
You would pay $29.
Yeah, if I was drunk, maybe.
And you had your Steam app open on your phone at the bar.
Which I still refuse to install because it's just too dangerous.
But see, now this I'm not gonna justify this, but here you have Assassin's Creed Unity for $70. The DLC, $3.
Well, but that'll be like just like extra little in-game weapons and stuff. That's not. I wouldn't really class that as DLC.
Oh, okay.
Well, I suppose it is because it's still downloadable content, but like that.
Well, if it was some decent content for $3, then I was gonna say, you know what? At least they're doing the DLC portion right. But if it's like a weapon skin,
It's just weapon skins, yeah.
All right, fuck you then, Ubisoft.
There will be DLC, and it'll be like $20 guaranteed. But interestingly, with this topic, what they're saying is they're going to give away the first one that they got up and coming for free. But do you have to have already purchased the game, or can I now go buy the game and get the free DLC?
Right. That's not mentioned.
Or is it they're not going to fix the game and
Well,
the
that's what I'm
DLC
thinking.
will
Exactly. Just
the
be broken
DLC
as well.
will not work because the game doesn't work.
And then Ubisoft can be like, well, we gave it to you for free, so what are you complaining about?
Yeah, what do you? Yeah, shut the fuck up. We gave you some free DLC, but it doesn't work.
The game won't start. I mean,
Because from what I've read and what I've seen, this game is practically like it's just a mess. Even on the console, it's a mess.
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that they released the game when it wasn't ready because they had to develop to a deadline, not to develop till it's done.
That's kind of what I think as well. And the scope of this game is so big. Like they've gone for the biggest city they've ever done. They can have something like 15,000 NPCs on screen at once. So they've got these. It's kind of like it's the tagline for all the Assassin's Creed games. They've had these like big ideas which are great, but they never quite pull it off. Like the first one was probably the only one where they actually. No, the second one actually. The second one was where they really did pull it off. And then after that, it's kind of just been like 3 was just almost like a tech demo. For like, look what we can do with the new engine, but oh wait, we forgot to write a story. And I think this one is very similar. I've kind of read things about the story is very just like, what? Because again, it's like, oh, it's a tech demo. We just want to. And the out of the historical, they had Assassin's Creed had 2 storylines going. It had like a present day one, and then it had the storyline and the view inside the system in the past. And they've kind of done away with the present day story completely, which is a shame because that's kind of what I liked. I liked the sci-fi element of it that was the present day stuff. And it was cool to be like, you'd be playing and you'd get really invested in the past story, and then they'd pull you out and you'd be like, oh yeah, and then you get some story there, and then you go back and it's it was well done. And now they've just been like, yeah, fuck it, let's just put out a $70 game that makes no sense.
I got the feeling that it has sort of an arc, the entire series, when they kind of came up with the idea that this is going to be a franchise. We're going to do Assassin's Creed. They created like this arc, and it was supposed to conclude sort of very nicely, but I don't know, maybe by the second or third game, they're like, no, we can't have a definitive end because it's making too much money.
Yeah, I think originally it was meant to be just a trilogy, so we're going to do 3 games, and then that was going to be it. And then I imagine, someone at a board meeting at some point went, so this is making us quite a lot of money.
Insane? Yes.
Yeah.
So now it's this horrible Call of Duty-esque franchise.
Right.
Kind of like the Family Guy.
Yeah, how Family Guy's kind of just dipped off because now it's kind of just like, well,
Is it still on the air?
yeah, it's
Yep.
still in there, but it's almost like they're
Fox
out of
won't
jokes.
let it die.
Well, it's Fox.
I also get the feeling that like even Seth MacFarlane's kind of done with Family Guy. He's just like,
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens. There's somebody in the boardroom. So they're like, so when's the next Assassin's Creed game coming? And they're like, well, this was the last one. And they're like, no, whoa, fire that guy.
Oh, fire that guy. Who said it was last? You're fired.
Anybody else got any smart ideas?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should fix the bugs. Get out!
All right. What do we have going on with Batman? Arkham Knight.
Fuck Batman. What do we got
Oh,
going
no.
on with Star
Whoa.
Wars?
You want to
Fire
talk
this guy.
Star
I want
Wars.
to talk about both because Batman this trailer looks fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But also, as does the Star Wars trailer.
Which I didn't watch.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
What?
Oh, you have to watch it right now.
Yeah, I have to watch it right
No,
now.
seriously, you have to watch it right.
Yeah, download it while you're watching this one.
But it's only like 88 seconds, so you could just play it.
It's a teaser trailer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, link it up and I'll download it and I'll play it after this.
No. All right.
But
Now I have to do
on-
work. Oh.
On the topic of Batman, this just looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
And it's Rocksteady are doing it, which is like the guys that have done the others. So this is apparently the last one as well that they're doing, which we'll see how that goes.
Right.
There's a crew
And
There, it's in the chat window.
They'll be able to help us track down Scarecrow and locate his
And it's Kevin Conroy is back as Batman, which is awesome.
Oh, it's one of these chat windows?
He's Batman. He's Batman.
Oh, it's not scrolling.
Does whatever a Batman can. Can he swing from a web? No, he can't. He's
That's the
Batman.
wrong fight, Chaz. It's modern Batman, so you gotta talk to this. I'm Batman.
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 Timmy.
Hey, it plays like Halo with that Batmobile. The Batmobile looks like you're driving one of those Halo vehicles.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
get
the,
that.
the Batmobile, it lost its wheel.
the Joker.
Oh, the
got
Joker
away.
got away.
I think the first two games played excellently. This one should be. It will looks great. Got high expectations, that's probably gonna be my downfall. But my goodness.
When will you learn? Expect
Well, this is the thing.
nothing.
But these ones, we've expected stuff and they've pulled it off.
Yeah,
Well,
and
Been like the first one, nobody kind of paid much attention to when it was coming out because it was Rocksteady and they'd never really done anything before. So it was like, oh, I know it's gonna suck, and it was amazing. Then the second one, the kind of the hype around it was ridiculously high, but they actually did it. Like, it was good. So I just hope they can. Hopefully, it's not like a Half-Life 3 thing now, where it's like the hype is so much that they're just not going to live up to it.
yeah. And we won't be able to get our hands on this until I think the middle of next
2015.
year,
Yeah.
July.
So by then this studio will be bought out by Acme.
I saw this trailer. And I saw the date, and I was like, "Whoa, that can't be right."
That's a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was supposed to be out by now actually, but they delayed it.
The Batman franchise has been sold to
Everybody.
Ubisoft. Ubisoft has exclusive rights. Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
I believe Warner Brothers owns
His
this.
cape won't work. The game will play fine, but his cape doesn't
Yeah.
work.
So Batman just like, ah! Worst game ever.
We're sorry.
It'll be called Batman the End.
We'll give you the Bat Cycle free.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You can't drive it because that doesn't work either. But
No, the cape still
It
doesn't work
doesn't
either.
work either because Batman's dead.
The cape just kind of
Bat pancakes anyway?
All right, so you wanted me to watch this thing too?
the
Yes.
Star Wars trailer is just, oh my god.
That's a lot of black screen.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Didn't you just get in a big car accident here in Jersey?
The dark side. And the light.
So between what episodes does this squeeze into?
This is its own new episode.
This is episode 7, so it's after the original
Return of
3.
the Jedi, yeah.
Okay, it's not a prequel of a.
Nope.
No,
Yeah.
so
This
Darth
is a-
Vader has just been burned on Ewokville.
This is apparently this is going to take place 30 to 40 years after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, but it's after that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of questions like how are there still, or why are there still stormtroopers?
I'm wondering if
Because they're clones.
Well,
Haven't you
not
learned anything?
Well, no.
They just keep popping them out. They're
Well,
clones.
they're not though, because by that point they're recruit. Don't get all Star Wars. Don't get me into Star Wars expanded universe. Don't even. I've already had this argument with somebody because a big talk on the internet at the moment is why. How come there's a black stormtrooper? Like, what the hell? They're supposed to be clones of whatever that guy's name was. And you're like, well, yeah, but as part of the lore or whatever, those clones were only aged till about 40, and then they started dropping dead. So they started recruiting from the general pop. So that makes perfect sense.
But they had the like Foyle says, the clone-o-matic was just running. It's like
Well, yeah, true.
little
Like, why couldn't they just
cookie
pop
cutter
up?
clones? Just stormtrooper, 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 stormtrooper. Like they just kept popping them out from Jabba's butt end, just like
Yep. That's my picture.
armor and all.
I wonder if they're filming this like the Lord of the Rings type stuff, where they're filming everything at once and then sort of splitting up into different movies. I mean, given the age of the original actors, I think that'd be the smart thing to do.
I'm going to guess that Carrie Fisher is not going to be in this one, and I'm going to guess that Harrison Ford probably isn't going to be in this one, unless it's like the grandpa, like
do you
like
mean
a Spock's future self coming back to,
Do you mean
that would
not
fuck
in this-
everybody up if they put Spock in this movie.
But you realize that all the original actors have signed on. They're all in it.
Yeah.
But like, do you mean just not in this? So there'll be an episode
They're
8 or something?
stormtroopers now.
They're all
Yeah.
stormtroopers. They've all been conscripted.
brainwashed.
Yeah. There's Luke just working the front desk at like Empire HQ. Oh, please.
Welcome to Tatooine Travel Agency.
You've got Emperor. What can I do it for? In my mind, he answers the phone like, ahoy, hoy.
As long as Jar Jar Binks isn't in it.
Oh my god. No, he can be in it, right? But he has to get killed, like right at the beginning. Like somebody just chops his head off.
He needs to be like the South Park thing. Oh my God, you killed Jar Jar! High five, bro!
Can you imagine if that was in the movie though, and being in the cinema when they the cheer, like yeah,
Oh, there'd be so many cheers.
people would be like hugging. That's how, like. I don't know. The trailer looks great though.
It does.
I'm excited.
And people that are like, why is this what? You know what? Fuck off. It's science fiction.
Yeah, you can kind of do it.
There's going to be a hole in the plot every now and then.
The only thing I'm a little bit cautious of is that the Phantom Menace trailer was also pretty good. So
Yes.
let's
Yes.
let's take it down a notch. That Phantom Menace trailer was amazing. The movie, not so much.
Well, I mean, this, even right now from the looks of it, it's got some, I hate to describe it this way, but modern camera angles and
Yeah, I think what they're trying to go
Yeah,
for
I
is like a mix between the so like you know how the prequels were very just like we used way too much CGI,
yeah.
and then the originals CGI didn't exist, so it's all practical effects. So I think they're trying to blend the two in this one. They're trying to. It does look very. I know what you mean. though. It's very modern style of filming something.
Because even with the prequel trilogy, even with all the crazy CGI, they tried to, I don't know, just a lot of the originals, camera angles and just screen transitions scene transitions, they all sort of felt like they tried to mimic the original trilogy.
Then again, this is a trailer, so you have to imagine there's a lot of like cutting
True.
happened.
As long as there's no musicals and no Mickey Mouses.
But yeah, the original cast are all gonna be in it. The best character of all the men in Falcon is clearly in it because it's in the trailer.
But
Looks good. I'm
what about
excited.
Chewie?
I think Chewie has to be in it.
Doesn't mean.
I kind of hoping they're gonna be brave enough and take something out of the expanded universe in that they just kill Chewbacca. He gets killed.
Oh, really? Chewbacca?
Yeah,
died?
Chewbacca's dead in the expanded universe like a long time ago, and it like if the
In a
internet
galaxy far, far away, it happened too.
well, like in if the internet was as big as it was then, literally it would have broken the internet because apparently the writers that did that got so many death threats
For killing
like,
Chewbacca.
for killing Chewbacca. Like, what the hell are you doing?
For what it's worth, he couldn't really talk. Nobody could understand him.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, in the universe, people could, but not in the films.
No, that's true. I'm sure there's somebody that's like learnt it, like
Han Solo could.
Yeah, Han Solo could, but
because
Han spoke Wookiee.
I could.
Yeah,
I think C-3PO spoke Wookiee too, because he was
talking
over
to him
200
all
languages.
But my primary function is protocol. Which also, interestingly, there's no original character apart from the Millennium Falcon in this movie trailer. Even there's none of the original cast. There's no R2-D2. There's no C-3PO. It's kind of like they've kept it all for the.
What's going to happen is they're all going to be sitting around. The one scene that they've signed on for, they're all sitting around in a pub, drinking. They're like, so what do we do now? Like, and some junior terrorist comes in and suicide bombs the place. They all die, and that's the beginning of the dark side awakening. I've given away J.J. Abrams' plot. I said I wouldn't do it, but
J.J. Abrams has literally this very moment spat his like whiskey out. Shit! he's ruined the. Oh no!
Fuck, we're gonna start filming again. Just get a hold of M. Night Shyamalan. I need a twist.
He doesn't refilm. He just recuts.
There's I thought I saw I don't know. There's like a short scene with like a pod racer or something. Looks like it's on Tatooine, and they look like I can't think of her name. Natalie Portman or Keira Knight.
No, that was her name's DayZ something. She's a British actress who has literally not been. She's not been in anything. I don't think. I think this is her first like TV/movie.
Wow.
Oh, so that we've seen from episodes 1, 2, and 3 the caliber and quality of actor and actresses.
The same
we get
goes
when
for
that happens.
The black guy at the first kind of shot of that. He's only been in. I think he's in a British movie like Attack the Block or something. So they've cast quite a few unknown. And one of the guys that's not in the trailer, but he's going to be in it, was briefly in a Harry Potter movie, like in the background.
Huh.
He played like one of the Weasley brothers or something that gets like no screen time whatsoever.
Crazy.
So it's interesting. Yeah. It could go either way. It could be amazing because it's all unknown actors, so the performances are really good, or it could just be terrible because they're unknown actors.
Yeah, but
here's the thing. I am really hoping that there is a plot, storyline, and script
to this one
to go with these people that can hopefully act.
The good part is it's J.J. Abrams, so you kind of have to have a little bit of faith in him because he's done things like Fringe, he's done Star Trek, which, say what you will about that, it was decent enough.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, he does. He does look like Tracy.
So he,
We'll see.
Plus, the other thing is, like, do you really are they really that insane that they're going to risk another prequel?
Yeah.
Like, where they're just terrible?
Disney has so much money and so many resources. I'm telling you, somehow scientifically they've guaranteed that this will be a success.
Like they got Disney money behind it now, where they can just literally pour billions into it.
Well, I mean, Come on, you two guys. It doesn't matter what they put out. You're going to see it.
Oh yeah, totally. I can be there.
You see, they
Like,
got,
it
they
doesn't
got
matter.
that.
If there was a lineup to get at the
You'd
front
be
of
in
the
it
line
right now,
I'd
yeah.
be in it. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I got to call in sick for the next 8 months.
I
I'm standing in
genuinely
line.
saw a bunch of people on Twitter saying that because they showed this trailer on the front of some movie, I think, that came out on Friday, and I genuinely saw stacks of people just going, I'm going to see what I think it was like the Hunger Games movie. So going to see the Hunger Games movie tonight, can't stand it, but they're showing the Star Wars trailer, so I'm going to watch that and then just leave. Like, and apparently that's what happened. Bunches of people have just gone, paid whatever amount it is to get in, and then just watched the Star Wars trailer and then left.
Which is this trailer.
Which is this trailer, yeah.
But on
Which is
the
ironic
screen.
because it's on, yeah, you can see it on the internet, which is kind of funny. But, you know, it's just interesting that you're right, like, there will be this huge, it's going to make money, regardless of even if it's terrible.
Yeah.
And in other movie news, the Despicable Me Minions movie comes out next year. We'll be going to see that.
I'm tempted to go see the Penguins of Madagascar one. Just because those penguins are hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah, but a whole movie of them.
Yeah, I know. But it's just the smile, just smile and wave, boys. Just smile.
Yeah.
Gets me every time.
All right.
Anyway,
Back
video
on
games.
track.
Back on track.
Dead or Alive Last Round is supposed to be a game that's coming out really soon for PC.
Yay.
'Cause that's what you need to see.
Hey, I like Dead or Alive, whichever one came out for the original Xbox as a launch title. That was good. That's the only Dead or Alive I've ever played, but it was good.
On the other hand, while Dead or Alive is coming out, DayZ is not. If you're like, can't wait for this game, well, don't expect it for another year and a half.
Just don't. It's a perfect example of like a mod hurting the core players of a game.
It's also the way that they're pre-releasing this over and over.
Well, yeah, that too. Like, you can go play the mod, or you can wait for the actual game to come out, which will be the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a little bit like this guy's a modder, and sure, he did. You know, it's a good job. You know, he made the mod, pretty much did it himself. Like, it's almost like they've just then given him like all these resources and gone, here you go, make a full game, and he kind of has no idea what he's doing.
Right.
So I just made a mod. You know.
Well, that's what or either that or he's like, so I made a mod, which is basically the full game that I was going to release. Now what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
what more can I do?
Kind of, yeah, they're kind of just being like, yeah, no, put it out on it, and he's just like, it's just me. I don't really.
So the thing is, since I've never played DayZ, I don't know.
I played it for about 5 minutes, and it was one of the single most boring experiences of my life.
In 2016, is anybody going to really care that it's officially released? Anybody, like, because I think if anybody really cares, they probably already have it.
Mm-hmm.
And so 2016, am I going to care about this? I've been playing it already since I've been able to buy it. So now that it's officially released.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with these like early access stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to pre-purchase it and gift it to all of you.
Oh. You'll get it returned. Except like gift. What up?
Well, I don't know. You might not be able to. You see the new return policy, right?
That's true.
Yeah.
You have if you purchase as a gift and place it in the purchaser's inventory, it will be untradeable for 30 days, and they're trying to cut back on people who are like
Trading games for games.
Yeah, just for the sake of sharing them.
Yeah, it's interesting though. You can't trade it, but you can re-gift it. So, and I don't know if you
for a fee, I think, right?
No, it's just
I don't think so. Yeah.
But if you gift it to somebody, I'm not sure if they can choose to put it in their inventory, or if they have to just accept it and immediately take it into their library. I'm not 100% sure on that, but because then for me it kind of asks the question, well, what's the difference between trading it and gifting it. I guess with gifting it, you don't necessarily have to get anything in return, but trading it, it's the same way too. You just ask you, are you sure? Because you aren't getting anything in return. I'm not sure what it steps around exactly, other than I want to say something like somebody stealing an account and then buying a game and trading it to their own account or something.
Well, it says here, we're hoping this lowers the number of people who trade for a game only to have the game revoked later due to issues with the purchaser's payment method.
Oh, you know what this is?
Okay.
Because it's a workaround for, you know how games will have slightly different release dates per regions? That's what this is. Because I remember seeing something about like how you could, effectively, if you could get somebody to, if I say I bought this and gifted it to Breezy, I believe he has the ability to play it before it is released in the UK.
Oh.
That's what this is.
Makes a little sense.
Yeah, because every now and again I see people playing stuff. I'm like, how are they playing that? I didn't think it was out in the UK yet. That's what this is. It's to get around that. Or to not get around it, to stop that.
Okay. We have hackers went into the app stores for what is it, Android as well as Sony as well as iTunes, and replaced. Well, actually, I think just on Google Play is what this is saying, and replaced the application that Sony has originally created with their own kind of application that is nefarious in other ways. Okay, so this is important.
Nefarious.
Yeah, this is
Nefarious.
The reason why this is so important, though, is because the app is required to be installed on certain phones and cannot be uninstalled. So the carrier will install this on whatever phone you purchase, from Android phone that you purchase, and then the person updates it with the latest version and cannot uninstall it, and is stuck with this piece of malware.
Wow. That's a big
Delightful.
goof up. How did these guys even replace?
They're probably Korean.
You
know why I say that, don't you?
I don't.
The movie. Seth Rogen's movie coming out where they have to go and kill Kim Song, whoever it is.
Kim Jong-un, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un. It's like how did this group replace a legit app?
It's the worst part is how did anyone not notice?
Yeah.
This is Sony.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, other things that have happened is somebody conspired within Sony, they think, to put all of their computers on, what is it? Basically, they were requesting money in order to unlock all the viruses they installed on the computers in the office. Now, listen to this. Sony has become so relaxed that they no longer lock the office doors. So what happened is they planned it out so that when everyone left for lunch or something like that, they all walked in, installed these viruses. I know Elsie's going to love this. Installed all the viruses on all the computers physically in the office, left.
Whoever is the
Just walking in with the badge that says IT on it, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm not going to question him. He's an IT guy."
Whoever is the fucking IT administrator, they should be shot. Seriously?
Just lock a door.
Wow.
It doesn't surprise me because I had to explain to somebody the other week why their password for their Windows login shouldn't just be password.
But it's still clever, right?
But yeah, I'm like, then I can remember what it is, and you're like, yeah, but then so does everybody else.
Tell them to use incorrect.
Your password is incorrect.
It says your password's incorrect. It's like, oh yeah, thanks.
I think I did once get a request for it. Can you just make it 1, 2, 3, 4?
No, is the
and I
answer
was
to
like,
that question.
actually, I can't because the server doesn't allow me to enter something so short.
Yeah.
1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
One time somebody wanted me to, they'd just got married and they wanted me to change their last name on their username because we have like first name dot last name as usernames. They wanted me to change their last name in the system. So when they logged in, it would be like their first name, but then dot their new married name, and I was just like, no. So why? And I was like, well, because that's like 4 hours work.
It is to change. You can
Twat,
create a
did
new one.
you import a profile?
You've just got to recreate. No, you got to recreate everything.
Yes.
You
If you
import
use-
the profile.
No, if you use specific
You're
username,
confusing him. He's like, import, can I do that? No, I can't do that. What are you doing? Oh, yeah. All right, so
This
what
is
is
from the
this?
guy that sits there playing Pong all day.
Hey, Tetris.
Tetris, whatever.
There's a difference.
So this,
That actually kind of would be a fun version of Pong with the Tetris blocks. and you shot them back at each other, and they'd roll, and it's like, oh, I don't want that one here. Shoot it back at them. And
That could be.
all right, the picture I have up now is of someone who's in the gaming industry who started to get, possibly due to Gamergate, possibly not, was getting some death and rape threats. And she found out on Twitter and other social media, she found out that most of them tend to be, younger males.
douchebags.
Yeah. Because they don't know any better. So what she decided to do was look up some of them a little more personally and then contact their mothers and say, hey, Mom.
I think this is great.
I did.
Yeah.
It's great and it's funny and like brilliant. I kind of call bullshit on the story though. Because
you kinda
how
want
did
to.
she find? Unless it's somebody
It
she
is
like
easy.
knew.
Come on, it's
I mean,
easy to reverse look up somebody and
I guess
find
if
out
it's
more about it.
I guess if it's on Facebook.
Especially the generation of people that's putting their entire lives on Facebook.
True.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are making these types of comments. And then they're like, well, how did they find me? Because you fucking detailed it for everybody to see online. How did they find you? How did they know it was you? Fuck. What do you think? That's why I laugh when people go out and they check in on Facebook. Oh, I'm in the Dominican for 3 weeks with the wife. Well,
Here's
let's
my
see.
test.
I will go rob this house. I don't get that. Out for lunch. We'll be back in 8 hours.
Yeah.
All right.
Computer's running.
There's coffee in the machine if you want it.
Key is under the mat.
That's probably what happened to
viruses
Sony.
while I'm away.
Yeah.
Signed, Sony.
Either way, this is funny. This is good.
Yeah.
It's amazing because in my mind, it's just like the mother goes in and the kid's just like crying. No, I didn't. I'm sorry. Like it's
You hear it in the back. What was that? That was one of the oldest movies to do that was coming up, Christmas Story, right?
Yes.
All of a sudden he starts getting beaten. He doesn't know why he's getting beat. All right. There's another one though. A game controller, which has since actually been taken down, that will take your blood every time you lose.
what?
Yes, you stick this into one of your veins, and it sucks out some of your blood every time you lose.
Eventually you pass out.
Why?
Sorry, you've got no more lives left.
And then you start sharing the needle around the room for everyone else to.
Oh, that's even better.
That's what co-op mode is. Hook your IVs up to each other.
And it shares blood amongst you. Yes.
Yeah.
Who cares about blood type?
HOP
Oh.
party here.
Who in their right mind thought this was a good idea?
Guys, I got this great idea.
I want you to remove blood from me every time.
Let's put this on Kickstarter.
They did, and then Kickstarter says, we got to suspend this now.
You think? What do you know? Kickstarter has some scruples.
Barely.
This is so stupid.
All right. They have video games out there. They're suggesting that throwing probably the Oculus is probably where this is eventually going to help treat lazy eye. So if you have like visual issues, well, if you have a lazy eye, basically an eye that tends to not focus or is not as easily controlled, what they do is the doctor will give you exercises in order to exercise the muscles in your eye to get it more adept to responding as it should and become less
Said
lazy.
the cross-eyed dad to the cross-eyed daughter, "Why don't you look where you're going?" Said the cross-eyed daughter to the cross-eyed dad, "Why don't you go where you're looking?"
I am lazy. Does that count?
Yes, the eyes. So you throw this thing on your eye, and I guess it helps train it because you have to follow it with your eye, and it gives you a reason to work out.
It gives you a reason to.
Yeah. Because otherwise, people are just too lazy.
The quest, the eternal quest to see is not enough. You need another reason to.
That is funny, though. They're treating lazy patients with lazy eye.
It all makes sense.
It really does. Okay. There is. I see some. I won't skip reverse topics here. Okay, so best. There's a list here that shows off the best in-game piracy punishments. In other words, these game developers built something into the game to detect whether or not the game has been pirated, and if it has been pirated, they do a little bit of an adjustment in some cases to the game.
The eye patch. That's quite good.
Right. Which game was that?
That's Alan Wake. I can tell by the by the image.
So in Alan Wake, if it was, it doesn't change the game in any other way other than to put a pirate's eye patch on the player. Arkham Asylum has one where I think he just keeps falling down.
Yeah, I remember the Arkham Asylum.
That's where I got the idea of his back cape doesn't work.
Here's the thing about that one, though, is that actually like bled over to people
Into the
that
real
had
version.
actually virtually well, like so there were people running into that problem, and then you go, the people on the oh, did you pirate it? And you're like, no. Yeah, you did, because no, I didn't. So there are like consequences to these sometimes where your code screws up and now you're fucking over people that actually did buy the game.
Yeah. Crisis Warhead has one where all the guns shoot chickens. They don't shoot at chickens, they shoot chickens out of the gun.
That's actually pretty funny.
Yeah. What else was there? Anything of interesting? I don't remember anything else really catching. Oh, the one, Mirror's Edge was the one where she would just keep running slower and slower and slower to the point that every time you tried to do a big jump, she couldn't make the jump because she was going so slow. She would just fall to her death.
Some of these sound like features.
Oh.
I want the chicken gun. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want the bacon gun. I want a gun that shoots bacon.
Then you'd keep using it on yourself.
Suicide.
All right, and then there's another one out here that says top Counter-Strike players have been caught cheating in esports.
No.
Maybe not necessarily in esports, but definitely caught cheating outside of esports and then going to esports and playing games.
That's
with
because they're
aimbot
all
hacks.
14-year-olds.
Aimbot hacks. And they're all like, oh, I'm sorry. So they're right there next to Ubisoft.
I've never used an aimbot ever, so I don't know how they work when you're actually using them, but what do you do? Like, do you just not aim and it fires for you?
You play on the console. You play shooters on the console. You've got an aimbot built into most of those games.
It's essentially like that.
Snap
But
to target.
It's a more aggressive than snap to target, where you just fire essentially, and it tags onto the nearest person, so you don't have to aim at all. You just
Tags onto their head, usually.
Yeah, usually, yeah.
One-shot kills. Boom.
I've seen ones where you could like customize that though to make it less obvious, but you can normally tell. You can normally tell when somebody's using one of those. Having, I used to run a clan and whatever on, and you could tell because, their name would be appearing in the kill board like 50 times constantly, like just over and over and over and over and over again. And you go, oh, okay, let me just jump into spectator mode here and have a look, and then you can just see them twitching around like this, snapping. So, okay, yep, banned. See ya.
I don't understand like how you could be on your end and be like, yeah, I'm having a great time here. Like, what?
Because their idea of a great time is ruining a good time for others, and they think it's funny. It's a little joke for them. Watch everyone else suffer. like throwing toys at the cat or whatever else you enjoy doing. Tripping the kid in school.
I don't throw toys at cats. I throw cats at toys.
I just shoot chickens without my chicken gun.
What would happen if you shot a chicken with a chicken?
You'd get like double chicken.
You could get more chickens.
Yeah.
Isn't that how baby chickens are made?
Chickens.
That's how they get that chicken inside the turkey.
There's a cannon involved. They just fire it out.
I guess I hope all of those in the U.S. or those of you who in Canada who celebrate the U.S. holidays enjoyed Thanksgiving.
Black Friday mayhem.
Yeah.
Yep, which apparently has spread to the UK.
Yeah.
Now
Insanely.
we're like, it's the same craziness.
On the same day or a different day? Their own.
Same day. Because we don't back home. We don't have a Black Friday. It's not a.
No.
We have Boxing Day, which is like
Right.
the day after. But even then, that's just people returning stuff. It's not so much like.
It's the opposite of Black Friday.
The funniest thing was we were watching on the news, we being the wife and I, we were watching scenes from the American Black Friday, and they showed some scenes of the UK insanity that's, Black Friday striking there, and people beating each other with a tea kettle for a fucking shitty old TV.
Yeah, that's the worst.
And then-
It's all the shit TVs. Like,
And
it's
then they
never
showed
good.
they showed the scene of Black Friday in Canada, and there's people lined up outside the stores, and the people that work in the stores walk to the door. They open the door wide and put in the little locks in place, and then they step aside and say, "Okay, you guys can come in now." And one at a time, they file through the door.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that I didn't, because like I now live right next to a Target. Sorry, Target.
RJ, yes.
And I was
Classy.
I was expecting to see some sort of bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
And it was busy. Like I walked through. There's a mall just there as well, and I walked through it yesterday, and it was crazy busy. But yeah, there was nobody like, "I'll kill you."
You gotta come to Jersey.
One of the big things is the financial analyst up here broke it down. Although it's a way to get some selective deals, there isn't wholesale price slashing across the board at Canadian retailers, because that's still reserved for Boxing Day.
Yeah, because I didn't I looked through a few of the deals. I ended up buying like a Galaxy tablet for like a third of the price, but that was the one deal I saw that was good. Everything else was like, $20 off. It's all right. Let me just get my
deals.
Let me just get my hatchet, and I'm gonna go
It also
raid.
depends on what you're looking for.
I bought
True,
some
it
pants.
does.
I got
What's
some
that? You need some
pants.
pants?
I bought some pants for $10.
Oh.
That was my Black Friday shopping.
Did you ship your pants?
I was thinking about shipping my pants.
See, you wouldn't have had to carry them home then if you shipped your pants. You could have bought more.
I should have, because I had a lot to carry, and I was just going to ship my pants in the store. Then I could go home feeling a bit lighter.
That worked.
A little bit lighter and a little bit warmer.
Ew.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. You guys want to talk about anything else?
No, we've already talked about shipping pants. That's
Yeah.
I don't know if I should do this ending video either. It is a little long.
that's only 3 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
People
Chelsea?
keep in mind.
No.
Keep in mind that the Steam winter sale is coming, the holiday winter sale. So the sale that's going on right now is not that. The holiday sale will happen in a few weeks.
Okay.
This is our Steam spokesman.
All right, then I guess I'm gonna wrap it up as Jeez, somebody asked me, where is your podcast? So, all right. So we'll be back next week with some more things to talk about. It is Cyber Monday in the States. So if you can get to a US URL, then you can probably do some shopping and see what else is on crappy sale tomorrow. And then think about it all during the work week and get ready for Christmas because here it comes, and get ready for Steam sale because here it comes. It's too late if you want to start saving now because time.
You're already doomed.
Yeah. All right, so we'll be back next week some more topics to talk about. I believe we will be back unless we get snowed in or something like that. Then we'll definitely be back.
Speaking of snow, fuck snow.
Yeah, I can understand that from you. Okay, so see you again next week. Thanks to our host for taking the time out to chat. Welshie and Strider and Ham. See, I'm shortening it up. I added a little bit back. I don't know playing with it where it is.
You're like playing this one off the cuff.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you. Usually everything you do is so scripted. This is like really off the cuff for you.
He's ad-libbing. Look at him go.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta change it up. Otherwise it gets boring. Okay, everyone. Take care. Have fun. Adios. Bye, Morphus. Thanks for watching this week, and come back next week when we will broadcast another live show. Details for this and all past episodes can be found at MODSonair.com. We welcome your feedback via email at mailbag@modsonair.com. And please consider subscribing to modsonline.com to support our show. The opinions expressed by individuals on this program are not necessarily the opinions of our sponsors, owners, or partners. And the video I promised.
Welcome back to our coverage of the Game of the Year between Yale and North Carolina.
If you're just joining us, we have witnessed an unbelievably well-fought match tonight, and it's come down to penalty kicks. Peterson for Yale, taking the first approach.
Spectacular! North Carolina's goalkeeper Richards just let one in past him now, so now the burden rests on Yale's Scott Sterling.
Here he comes, nerves of steel, that man, dealing with more pressure now than a submarine.
Indeed.
Hope the crowd showing some appreciation.
Johnson places the ball on the spot, getting ready. That man literally has a cannon for a leg.
Yes, he does.
Here he goes, winding up for the shot, and oh! The cannon has fired and hit Sterling directly to the face.
We crossed that at a stunning 116 kilometers per hour.
Now that's a lot of miles per hour.
Little chance that man's nose is not broken right now.
Oh, indeed. Now Sterling getting checked out for that one. Spectacular save, though, but sadly, he's not out of the woods yet.
On his feet now, a bit shaken.
But not stirred.
This crowd absolutely loves this man.
And Sterling's teammates welcome him back a hero. For now.
Yale's up again
For now.
the second attempt, looking to make it 2-0.
He approaches the ball with some determination. Here he goes.
Oh, it's high and wide, way off target.
Yes, apparently he thought he was kicking a field goal.
Wrong kind of football, I'd say.
Good show.
Back now to Scott Sterling. He looks
Horrible
backward,
English
well,
accent.
ready,
Yes, I know it
And
is.
Scott takes a moment.
Really
Here
is
he
bad.
goes with the approach.
Oh!
Oh!
Sterling with a fantastic dive. The ball flies straight through his hands and once again strikes him straight in the schnoz.
And let's see it again on the instant replay. Oh, every excruciating detail captured in HD perfection.
Clocked at 129 kilometers per hour. Sterling does not look well.
2 wonderful saves and 2 definite concussions.
They may replace him at this point. He's done all he can.
Yes, as his trainer takes him off the field like a mustached lion dragging a gazelle through the Serengeti.
You, Scott Sterling.
Like a mustached lion.
Yale now with their third PK.
That's my
Richards
porn
in
name.
the goal, bouncing like an infant girl.
Mustached
Hold their
lion.
breath as he goes in. Here it comes. Oh, very anticlimactic.
Let's see who they got to replace Scott.
Scott Sterling is back!
He's still in the game!
Oh my! And he's taking a very odd tactic now.
Seems to be curling up to protect his face.
Not exactly a recommended technique, but here it goes. Wait, no, Lampard.
I just like that. Oh, he's back.
Oh, and that's why you do a double knot, kids.
Sterling still waiting for the kick to happen. He's probably wondering when. Oh! Sweet butter crumpet! The ball drills Sterling right in the face.
That man's nose must be absolutely devastated. He's gonna look like a witch that blew her broom into her nose and then crashed into a
I
hammer.
hardly even care about this attempt. Let's go back to Scott Sterling! Absolutely incredible. Though I must say, Sterling does not look well at all.
Well, you know football players like to add a bit of drama, don't they?
They're gonna take him out. No, wait! They brought him a chair!
Oh, a bold move by the manager. Bane sets up for the 4th attempt.
This, frankly, is a gimme. He literally just has to kick it anywhere except where Sterling sits.
There is no possible way that North Carolina can mess up this shot. Oh! 158 kilometers per hour.
This man can do no wrong.
Look at him beg for mercy. When it's mercy that should be begging for him.
He has looked death in the eye and said, "Take your best shot." To which Death replies by punching him in the face over and over again.
If Yale makes this
slow
final
fall
shot,
off the
it's
chair
all
thing.
over. But no! Oh, he misses, which means we're going to score. Sterling!
His face is like a brick wall.
A brick wall that can feel pain and cries a lot.
Where's Sterling? Oh, he seems to be crawling away from the goal. What is he doing?
He's throwing away the bat. Oh! Sterling has done the impossible.
I can't believe it! Look at that! He played it just right! What incredible instincts to crawl away from the goal like that!
And his teammates rush the field, happy as a lark as they slide in.
A Bernini sculpture of a finish!
As his teammates carry him off on the stretcher of glory, we thank you for sharing this absolutely heart-stopping finish.
Scott Sterling and his face of steel have won it all.
That one was for you, Welshie.
Yeah, that one's funny. They used to, when there used to be like Premiership games on, they used to have a thing where they would like you could select the different commentaries you wanted to listen to. Like there'd be the regular TV broadcast, there'd be like the whatever like European broadcast, and then there'd be the fan zone, which was literally they would just wander outside and go, "Hey, who wants to come into the booth?" and do the commentary, and it was like the funniest. It was like that. It was the funniest. Just people going, "Oh!" Like, absolutely. And they got rid of it. I can't remember why, but it was worth watching the games. Like, 'cause it was just so funny. Some of the stuff they would come out with. That's great. I like that video. That's good.
Yeah. That was
All right,
really
guys.
good.
So we're gonna call him mini foil from now on.
I guess so.
And this is mini me.
All right, guys. We'll be back again next week. Have a great, whatever it is.
Sunday.
Great.